Mr. Umud Mirzayev, President of the International Eurasia Press Fund, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am very pleased to speak here today on this beautiful event celebrating 30 years of anniversary of the International Eurasia Press Fund. On behalf of the UN Resident Coordinator, Mrs. Vladanka Andreeva, and also on my behalf as representative of the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR. My sincere congratulations to you, Mr. Mirzayev, and your team for the excellent work that you have been doing over the last 30 years in the fields of community development, media and civil society development, mine action, and as well as the challenges faced by refugees and internally displaced persons. You were founded in 1992 as an independent international non-governmental organization established by a group of brave journalists from different countries at a time when Azerbaijan was in a very difficult situation, as we have seen in the video. And by the way, almost at the same time when UNHCR also established its presence in this country. Ever since the International Eurasia Press Fund, which is a consultative member of the UN Economic Social Council, has been actively cooperating with UN agencies in Azerbaijan and participated in many international conferences convened by the United Nations. The Eurasia Press Fund is currently cooperating with many UN agencies in this country and in implementing mine awareness projects. It's cooperating with UNHCR in a project that provides a specific and tailored training to IDP community activists and state employees, including health, education, and other public services officials on explosive ordnance risk education, and enables to organize awareness-raising sessions and information dissemination with IDP communities in Azerbaijan. These activities target up to 25,000 IDPs residing in Akçabadi, Agdam, Terter, and Goranboy districts. Through the current project with UNDP on the provision of early recovery assistance for protection and livelihoods, economic security for conflict-affected population in Azerbaijan, the Eurasia Press Fund has been cooperating with the Azerbaijani Mine Action Agency, ANAMA, since the beginning of 2022 as an implementing partner. Within the framework of this cooperation, the International Eurasia Press Fund, in close cooperation with UNDP, has recruited, trained, equipped one explosive ordnance disposal team and two non-technical survey teams accredited to perform the humanitarian demining operations. The project's mobile teams responded to the tasking by ANAMA and performed regular call-outs and non-technical surveys. The International Eurasia Press Fund has also implemented a number of projects with the support of the United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF. UNICEF joint program with the International Eurasia Press Fund contributed to the education of children, families and communities through various activities related to explosive ordnance risk education. The fund is implementing the relevant program in 6 conflict-affected districts covering over 50 communities. Over 50,000 local people, including more than 12,000 children, have received explosive ordnance risk education through community engagement. Your cooperation with various UN agencies on mine actions or explosive ordnance risk education is part of a greater effort spearheaded by the government to make sure that the great return of hundreds of thousands of persons displaced for almost 3 decades to their areas of origin takes place in safety and dignity, which are key international principles in refugee repatriation or IDP return, and we thank you for that. But your relationship with the UN goes further than that. For example, you also implement another project with UNICEF, namely the Azerbaijan Youth Advocate Program, which is carried out in 21 regions of Azerbaijan. The project brought together more than 1,500 young people to improve their project management skills in ecological, self-development, employment, and other fields in the region. The cooperation with the International Eurasia Press Fund is one of the great examples of the United Nations partnerships with local civil society organizations. Ever since its inception in 1945, the United Nations has been actively engaged with NGOs and has recognized the importance of partnering with them to advance the organization's ideals of peace and help support its work. Since the adoption of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development in 2015, NGOs also play an important role as partners on the ground, helping the international community to deliver this groundbreaking agenda. The United Nations recognize the valuable role that non-governmental organizations play in promoting sustainable development through their well-established and diverse expertise and capacity, especially in the area of awareness raising, sharing knowledge, promoting dialogue, and implementing sustainable development. In conclusion, I would like to reaffirm the UN country team's determination to strengthen our cooperation with civil society on the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goal and of its slogan of leaving no one behind. And in this respect, we recognize the International Eurasia Press Fund's significant contribution to this cooperation. Once again, Mr. Mirzaev, on behalf of the UN country team, I would like to congratulate you and your team on this auspicious 30th anniversary of your organization. We look forward to our future partnership on the advancement of the 2030 agenda in Azerbaijan. Thank you very much.